Today I am here with a new topic of chapter 2 polynomials. The topic is zeros of a cubic polynomial. Hope that you will enjoy this topic. It's a very interesting topic. So let's begin. If you like our video, please subscribe and share it. In the previous videos, we saw about the linear polynomial. A linear polynomial is a straight line which intersects the x-axis at one point, and the x-coordinate of that point will be the zero of linear polynomial. It has exactly 1 0. Quadratic polynomial has at most 2 zeros. It might also have 1 0 or no zeros, as the cases may be. On the screen, you are seeing a parabola which has 2 zeros. So quadratic polynomial is in the form of a parabola which intersects the x-axis at 2 points. And those two and the x-coordinate of those 2 points are the zeros of the quadratic polynomial. Today we will study about the cubic polynomial. So how does it work? Let's see in the next slide. Yes, here let's take a polynomial x cube minus 4x. It is a cubic polynomial. How can we know it? Because it is the polynomial of degree 3. Now I have taken 5 random values of x. And in the second row you can see I have substituted the values of x in the equation y is equal to x cube minus 4x, and I got the respective values of y. I got the respective 5 values of y. So this is the table prepared. Now in the next slide we will see the graph of a cubic polynomial. So here is how the cubic polynomial x cube minus 4x is represented on the graph. Here it intersects the x-axis at 3 points. The first point is minus 2 0 from the left. The second point is the origin 0 0, and the third point is 2 0. So what are the zeros of this polynomial? They are minus 2, 0 and 2. What are they? They are the x-coordinates of the points. So what does it imply? It implies that a cubic polynomial has 3 zeros. Now, the question arises that do the cubic polynomial always have 3 zeros? Here comes the table of the polynomial y is equal to x cubed. In the first row, I have taken 5 random values of x. In the second row, I have taken y is equal to x cubed, wherein I have substituted the values of x to get the respective values of y. So I got 5 values of y. And here comes the graph. In this graph, I have plotted the 5 points, which you can see on the screen. Now, in the next slide, we will understand how many zeros does this cubic polynomial have. Let's look how the graph of y is equal to x cubed looks like. Yeah, here it is. It intersects the x-axis at only one point, and that point is the origin 0 0. So it has only 1 0, and that is the x-coordinate of the point, which is again a 0. So the 0 of this polynomial is 0. How many zeros are there? Only 1 0. Why? Because it intersects the x-axis at only one point. I have taken another polynomial y is equal to x cubed minus x squared. In the first row, I have taken 4 random values of x. In the second row, I have substituted those values of x to obtain the respective respective values of y, thereby obtain 4 values of y. Now I'll plot these 4 points on the graph. See, all the 4 points are visible on the graph. The coordinates of the first point is -1, -2. The coordinate of the second point is the origin. The coordinate of the third point is 1, 0, and the coordinate of the fourth point is 2, 4. Now the question is, how many zeros does this cubic polynomial have? Guess the answer. I will answer it in the next slide. How many of you have guessed it right? Let's see. If you are right, give a pat on your back. Yes, there are 2 zeros of this cubic polynomial. Which are those 2 zeros? They are the zeros at which the graph intersects the x-axis. The first zero is the origin. The x-coordinate of this origin is 0 and the second zero is 1. It is the x-coordinate of the second point which intersects the x-axis. Now, the graph of y is equal to x cubed minus x squared has how many zeros? 2 zeros. So, what we learned from these 3 graphs, that a cubic polynomial can have at most 3 zeros. It means it can have 3 zeros, 2 zeros, or 1 zero. In general, given a polynomial p of x is of degree n, the graph of y is equal to p of x intersects the x-axis at most n points. Therefore, a polynomial p of x of degree n has at most n zeros. It means it will have at most means the maximum of n zeros, or it can have less than n zeros. This is the generalized term. Yes, children, I have come up with certain colorful graphs which will enjoy, and you have to guess the number of zeros. I have even given you some hints. The graph of y is equal to px are given in figure below for some polynomials p of x. Find the number of zeros of p of x in each case. So here comes your first colorful graph. I have even given you hints. They are in the form of arrows. These arrows are depicting that the graph is cutting the x-axis at these 3 points. So how many zeros are there in this graph? Yes, very right. 3 zeros. Here comes the next colorful graph with its arrows as the hint. These arrows are depicting the points at which the graph intersects the x-axis. Yes, there are 4 zeros in graph B. And in graph C, how many zeros are there? See the colorful arrows. They are depicting the number of zeros. What means zeros? The points at which the graph intersects the x-axis. So in C graph, the number of zeros are 5. In A, there are 3. In B, there are 4 zeros. And in C, there are 5 zeros. I have come up with few examples for you to practice. Now, here there are each is the graph of y is equal to p of x, where px is a polynomial for each of the graphs. Find the number of zeros of p of x You have to find the number of zeros in each of these graphs. You try and practice. The solution is available in the next slide. You check your answers with the next slide whether they are right or wrong. See the solutions over here and check your answers. I have asked why the number of zeros is 1. In certain cases, I have asked you why. The correct reason is that it will be cutting the x-axis at only 1 point. Therefore, the number of zeros is 1. I have come up with few more examples for you to practice. The graph of y is equal to px are given in figure below for some polynomials p of x. It means each of the polynomials in this graphs are different. There are 6 different polynomials given over here and we have plotted the graphs of all these 6 different polynomials. Find the number of zeros of p of x in each case. So, I'm giving a certain time to try and guess. You note down your answers. Your time starts now. Very good. I hope so. You had finished with your answers. Now we will check your answers. In the first case, the number of zeros is 0 because it is not intersecting the x-axis at any point. Yes, it is intersecting, but it is intersecting y-axis, not x-axis. So the number of zeros is 0. In the second case, the graph is intersecting the x-axis at one point. So the number of zeros is 1. In the third case, the graph is intersecting the x-axis at 3 points. So the number of zeros are 3. So focus on the points at which it is intersecting the x-axis, not the y-axis. Okay, in fourth case, the graph is intersecting the x-axis at 2 points. In fifth case, the graph is intersecting the x-axis at 4 points. So the number of zeros are 4. And in the sixth case, the number of zeros are 3. Hope so you would have got all the answers right. Best luck. If you liked our video, please subscribe and share it. Namaste.